Another day in my life at sea, and today we are stopping at one of the islands. This is actually the first island we stopped at, and waking up to this view which is so stunning. But I was so excited for this day because we actually booked a cooking class. One of my favorite things to do whenever I'm abroad is take a cooking class wherever I'm at. I just think it's such a fun way to talk to the locals and actually learn about the culture and the food that they have. In this class we made our own Johnny cakes. They're very popular on the island and they're kind of like this quick bread. Different islands in the Caribbean have their own version of this, but it was so simple to make. We actually got to eat our own, which is really cool a little later in the class. After combining all the ingredients, you just had to roll the dough into a ball. And the chef came around, helped us all out because they were not perfect. And also he talked a lot about his experience in the Caribbean. Really cool to hear his background and learn more about the culture. He made the salsa that we got to try. And then we actually did a rum tasting. I could not drink it though. It was so strong. The lunch we had was amazing. I seriously was not over it. And they had this snapper that was just baked to perfection. And then we got in a taxi and took it over to Maho Beach, which is famous for airplanes flying over the beach. Airport runway is right there on the beach. So the planes get super close to you, and there's a bar nearby that actually show all of the incoming and departing planes. Just grab a drink, relax, and then run over whenever the planes are about to take off and land. This was one of my favorite things we did because it was just really cool and a unique experience, but also you have to be very careful because if a big plane is going over the beach, you can literally get blown away. We saw people fall over. They were okay, but you just have to be very careful because the engine is just so strong from those planes. I actually felt like we had a lot of time on this island and we got to do everything we really wanted to, so we just headed back to the cruise ship. Got to relax a little bit before sailing off, had some champagne, chocolates. It was just so relaxing. I loved our cabin so much, and having a terrace just made such a difference. And then we got ready for dinner. So tonight we had a reservation at the Italian restaurant on the ship. Of course, had to have a Hugo Spritz, and then we had to order everything on the menu. I seriously love cruises now because you do not have to think about pricing to order and try everything you want on the menu. So that is exactly what we did. We split 2 pastas, had a few appetizers, and also split a dessert. And then we ended the night actually by watching a show on the cruise. I didn't even know they had these on ships. That was everything for a very eventful day at sea.